Hello, this is Joe and welcome to the Minutia Minute. So I think this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal. I didn't quite know how to split it up into multiple ones, and really it all just kind of goes together. So bear with me, please. So how does AI interactions actually work? Well, you ask the AI a question, it gives you an answer. Another function of AI for non-human interactions is you program AI to do a certain set of skills and functions, and it makes decisions based on how it's programmed. So Joe, are we close to our robot butlers? No, I don't think so. So anyway, how does AI make money? Well, the snarky answer is it doesn't. Okay, so how does it generate revenue then? Well, that's the better question. So AI uses tokens as a currency. Simply put, every set of letters, numbers, pictures, any other inputs we give the AI, it all costs a certain amount of tokens or credits to process that information. And every answer it gives you back costs you tokens. So the more inputs, the more outputs, the more pictures, the more numbers, the more complex the questions, the more complex the outputs, it all costs tokens. And these amount of tokens are what determines the overall cost, which is why some of these questions and some of these AI functions are very expensive. Now, with all that said, let's just say $1,000 a month is okay. Maybe it is. And the basic rule is if it saves more than $1,000 in labor, it was worth using it. I mean, essentially, less labor, less staff saves the company money. But let's say it's $20,000 a month. That's $250,000 a year. That may not make sense. And it might be cheaper just to hire another employee because it's going to cost less than the AI will. Now, some of these higher technology firms are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars a month for AI for their employees. I don't know how that makes any sense. So when they talk about replacing employees, are they really considering the cost of replacing those employees and offsetting the cost of AI? Now let's say there's a company with 5 employees and they're spending $10,000 a month in AI credits. Does that really make sense if it's only saving them 2 hours a week and just busy work? I don't think a company can justify that. Now let's say there's a robot that's programmed to do a specific skill or task and it runs 24/7. There's no special accommodations put into it after the initial setup. And I see that happening more and more in the manufacturing space. But now once you start adding decisions that have to be made by that AI, it may not make as much sense. It gets harder and harder to justify it. I'm hoping this video kind of sets up a foundation for the rest of these videos to give us an understanding of how it all works. And again, it all comes down to the cost comparisons. If it makes sense to use AI, use it. If it doesn't, don't. Anyway, this is Joe. Thanks for letting me waste a minute or more of your day.